You get this call from Nas. Yeah. Now, is this your first big call? Or you had already did Ebonics, right?
Yeah.
So what was your biggest record besides that before that?
Ebonics.
Ebonics, okay.
Yeah.
Which is a dope record.
So you get this call from Nas.
Yeah.
What does he say to you?
Yo, I want you to come hear what I did to the record.
Okay, wait a minute.
No, how do you get the record to him?
By the way, I love his Nas impression. Did you beat that? Did I beat that? Okay, hold on.
Oh, you got to get the record to him first. I want to hear that
how does the record get to him?
At that time in New York City, you had to be a known producer. Swiss was running it.
Yes.
Timberland, Pharrell. Shout out to Grease. They were getting busy. So when I was making my rounds, you had to kind of give it to somebody's manager, A&R. So we kind of, me and my manager at the time, Fuzz, snuck it to his travel agent.
Wow. Oh, wow.
The travel agent, delivered the CD. There's about 30 joints on there.
That's an unorthodox.
He must have went through the whole 30 joints and was like, this.
Where was that joint placed on a CD?
Like 17.
He had to go through the whole joint. He had to go through the whole joint.
You remember that?
Yes.
Oh, it's legendary.
I remember that too.
Number 17. I still got the CD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he calls you or someone else calls you?
I think his label or his A&R told me like, yo, Nas is in the studio. Come to the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get there and Nas is eating fruit. It's just him and the engineer. Pause. So I'm just thinking he gonna play me a regular street record.
Yeah.
He like, yo, play the record for him.
All right.
And I hear the FJZ at the beginning.
Right.
I'm like, what is happening right now?
Okay,
wait.
All right.
What's happening?
I've never really heard your side. So
Yeah. I'm like,
all right. So
because you already know who you're not working with after this.
Had you worked with Rockefeller prior to that?
you know what's crazy? Before that, my man kind of knew. Shout out to my man Doug. He knew hip hop.
Okay, hip hop.
And I went to Baseline to play State Property beats.
Right.
And Beanie was dubbing my shit.
What does dubbing mean? I'm out of the loop.
Next one.
Oh,
next
okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
I got a 30 clip on this beat here too.
Right.
He like, next one. Next one. Wow.
And I'm going to bounce back. But here's the craziest question I need to ask.
Yeah.
Out of that 30 clip, was Ether in one of them?
Possibly, but I don't think so.
That'd be him if you played Jim Ether.
Oh,
and
but
he passed on it.
Wait. But hip hop came to my crib, and I gave him Ether. I gave him the beat CD with Ether on there, and I was like, "Give it to Jay,"
right?
Because he was shopping and getting beats for Jay, but he never gave it to him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I want.
So it was a chance Jay-Z could have got it.
Yeah.
So it was a chance Jay-Z could have got the.
Wait, so hold on. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Wait, what you said? Say that.
Hip hop came to my crib, and I gave him beats for Jay-Z, and one of the beats was
on
Ether.
there.
Yeah.
Right. So Jay-Z had to eat the beat.
He could have had it. Yeah.
He physically had it.
No, hip hop had it.
Hip hop had it.
Yeah.
So hip hop could have gave Jay.
That's close enough.
You know how crazy life is? Holy shit, imagine that.
Holy shit.
I don't know what he did with the CD, man, when he left the building.
Okay, so all right, so now what studio are we at? I feel like it's Sony studio. Right Track. Okay, 48th Street.
Yeah.
48th Street. Okay, I'm Gold Door.
Yeah.
So I did Super Thug. Okay, so you walk in, he says.
You hear the intro.
He says.
Chilling.
You hear the intro, he says, fuck Jay-Z. You say to yourself.
What's happening?
What's happening?
I don't know if this is good or bad.
Right.
And
you're a fan of Jay-Z as well?
Yeah.
Of course.
Jay-Z smoking shit at the time. So I'm like, yo, what's happening? Like, I ain't getting no, he's gonna be this and Jay-Z on this joint. Yo, you okay with that? It was none of the calls like that.
Right.
So he play it, he like, what do you think? Bro. But I'm trying to get to the bag, so I'm like, I gotta roll with the punches.
Right. Is it true there was a different version? It was the worst version?
I never heard that version.
Okay, you never. But you heard it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay, I heard about it too. I heard about it.
Yeah, I didn't hear that version. I just heard the version everybody else heard.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm sorry. I was supposed to build up to this, but we just got to just go straight in. So, Battle of the Beats happened.
Yeah.
They play in the J version, then they play in the Nas version. Yeah. Nas is refutably winning.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
Man, I'm getting so many phone calls.
Because people know you did it.
No, not like internal, like Nah, nobody
Like your
don't
circle,
really know.
maybe.
Nobody
Right.
don't really know.
Right.
I was new.
Right.
Nobody don't really know, but you know, my friends, yo, it's crazy.
friends that do that,
yeah,
they
like,
know.
yo, this is crazy. And you know, that day they stopped the radio just to play those 2 records. That was insane.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how they say pull over New York City? I actually think I was pulled over.
Wow. Shout out to Case, you know, rest in peace, K-Slade.
K-Slade was there making sure the vote went even.
Yes.
Because they felt like, God bless Angie. God bless you too. Look, at least I did that. That was a double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Still got bars. You know what I'm saying? But bless Angie and bless everybody. But a lot of them was like more on Jay-Z's side.
Yeah.
But they were calculating the vote. So K-Slade actually went up there to make sure it was even. Which was crazy.
Rest in peace, K-Slade.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
But I
rest
didn't
in
put
peace.
two and
That's
two
my
together.
guy.
You and K-Slade have a relationship? Was
Prior to that? Nah.
Yeah. Okay, so he just did that on the strip.
On the luck, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you hear this. Definitively, Nas is winning. Like from afar, like I'm just looking back. You know, I'm from Queens.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. Like I got a relationship with Jay, but Nas is the person I grew up with. This person I looked up to. You know what I'm saying. Okay. He's definitively winning. Now, is the record labels? How does this process work? Because you just made a tycoon, help the tycoon defeat another tycoon.
Yeah.
Now, is this work coming for you at abundance, or is it coming slow? Pause.
It's slow because nobody don't know who did it.
Nobody don't know who did it.
It wasn't I ain't have no tag.
Right.
Of the
There
beat
wasn't
at the
tags
time.
back then,
Yeah, it was
right?
a tag.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my manager's like, we got to go outside. Nobody don't know you did the record.
Right.
So then as I started going outside and clubbing, and it's like, yo, let me get one. Yo, let me get it. Yo, let me. And then, let me get that. Something like Ether. Let me get something that sound like that. And then I thought that trickled down like that. But then that's what I'm saying. I was only getting street records because they wanted a dark beat. Yeah.
So at that time, people were coming up to you saying, can I get a Ether-like record?
Can I get an Ether beat type? You know, I guess they mean a beat with aggression. You know,
Right. And were you getting tired of trying to make those?
Yeah, because I was just getting album cuts. You know, man, I did a Whip Your Head Boy for 50 Cent.
Right. Yeah.
So that kind of had like that aggressiveness too. But, you know, that was on the soundtrack, but it wasn't like a radio record. So
How was that publishing check?
It was great. So I'm like, yo, I got to make a commercial commercial beat. And that's how Pop Champagne came.